Welcome back. So I just got out of the gym right now and I wanted to record this short video for you guys explaining what happened today. Actually, today was a pretty good day, except the US market turned red, pretty red, due to tariffs. Really it. So it was announced today by Trump that he's imposing 25% tariff on Japan, South Korea, and several other Asian countries. And there are more letters being mailed out basically today to countries saying that, hey, there's a deadline of August 1st. So the point of the letter is to negotiate. Okay, so basically you have a couple more weeks to negotiate with us. If you don't, then we're going to set the tariffs that we set before. Basically, that's it. But in terms of Japan and South Korea, this 25% seems to be already set. So that's what spooked the market, the U.S. market, really. Really nothing else. Tech sold off a little bit, Dow sold off a little bit. But if you look at crypto-related stocks, like Circle had a good day today. Coinbase was still in the green. MicroStrategy and others, Robinhood, barely down. So crypto-related stocks held really well. And obviously, Bitcoin didn't move at all. Right now, as I'm filming this, Bitcoin is at 108.5. So basically the same as yesterday. We did come down a little bit from our 109 level, but overall Bitcoin held extremely well. At this point, no one is selling Bitcoin. We may get these short little shakeouts, caused by market makers, but overall we have so much institutional buying. Bitcoin's not going to go anywhere. If you haven't figured it out yet, please do so quickly before things run out. For example, I mentioned about MicroStrategy. Saylor is going to offer another 4.2 billion worth of Stride shares. So obviously he's raising, and usually it's over allocated, so it's probably going to go up to 4.5 or 5 billion. But he's doing that because he wants to load up more on Bitcoin. It's pretty obvious. And this morning I covered Metaplan and others. I mean, the buying never ends, okay? And some of you guys are still wondering, well, if the buying never ends, why is the price not going up? You got to be patient. I explained this in the Ask George a couple weeks ago. Someone asked this very question. I explained how the OTC market works. Sometimes there's a lot of supply in the OTC market. Sometimes there isn't. But overall, what's important is removing Bitcoin from supply. And that's what's happening right now. Eventually, it's going to catch up. OTC market is going to dry up completely. And then, where are these guys going to get their billions upon billions dollars worth of Bitcoin from? Probably from spot. And that's how we move upwards, right? But right now, these guys are buying so much every single day. So you just got to be patient. What else happened today? Well, obviously, still a lot of people talking about this, the big beautiful bill passing, and then Elon forming this America Party absolutely wrecked Tesla today, down like 7-8%. Overall market cap tanked like $70 billion, right? The only thing I really care about is whether this America Party is going to be utilizing Bitcoin, because Elon himself said so. So that's what I care about. Overall, the reason why he's doing it, why so many people are opposing the big beautiful bill, even though there are major tax cuts in there, overall spending seems like it's going to go up. The math doesn't add up, and the deficit is going to be increased, and that's why the debt ceiling is going to be increased by $4 trillion. Well, what does that equal? Well, that equals more printing, more borrowing. And if we can't borrow more, then we have to print more. Overall, it's going to lead to more dilution of the USD. It's going to cause the USD to get weaker and weaker and weaker. We're going to see inflation among many things, okay? Including hard assets like Bitcoin, which is actually a good thing. Inflation is not always a bad thing. Inflation is a bad thing if you're just holding something worthless like cash, because you could print infinite amount of it. Inflation is a good thing when you hold hard assets and limited supply assets like real estate, like commodities like gold and silver and copper, and also like digital currencies like Bitcoin. So don't be afraid of inflation when it comes to assets. That's why the rich keeps getting richer, because of the assets they hold. Not because they're holding a boatload of cash. I mean, yes, sometimes it's important to have cash when you're expecting a correction or you want a DCA and you want to buy the dips. Yes, some cash is prudent, but if you're holding nothing but cash over a long period of time, you're only losing your buying power, your purchasing power, and it's not a good thing. But if you're holding something like Bitcoin, you may have noticed that Bitcoin keeps on going up. The price is going up relative to dollars. Okay, just keep that in mind. And everything compared to Bitcoin continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller as Bitcoin goes up in value per dollar. Right? So something that may have costed tens of thousands of Bitcoin back in the day now costs a fractional Bitcoin, right? So the big beautiful bill will help Bitcoin drive more people and companies and funds to Bitcoin, right? And we'll see about this America party. If Elon's really serious, or he's just throwing it out there because he goes off on a tangent sometimes, goes crazy, and he just tweets out whatever he says. He's thinking, and he has no filter, and sometimes he thinks, it's the right move, but it's certainly not a good move for Tesla shareholders, that's for sure. You could do whatever he wants, but for Tesla shareholders, man, they had a rough today. But, maybe it's a buying opportunity, who knows. Outside of these things, I did also see Sol ETF, even though we have one that happened between reverse merger, but the SEC is asking people to refile, I guess, the last amendments or something like that. So pretty much it means that they are set to approve and they're ready to come out in October. So that's for Sol ETFs. I'm pretty sure, I didn't hear about XRP, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get approved at the same time. I'm pretty sure both will get approved at the same time. So that's pretty good. That's going to be good overall for both, right? Outside of that, that's really it. Today overall, not too much movement. It wasn't a great day for U.S. markets, but for crypto, it's kind of stale, which is a good thing if you think about it. We'll take that. Eventually, I think later this week, we got several other things that will be reported. But I think later this week, we will turn green. We will get some upwards movement. And I still think, based on what I said yesterday, I think this week could be absolutely great. Even though we didn't start out so great, but we didn't start out bad either. And I think the remainder of this week could be absolutely great. So we will see. That's it. I'm going to enjoy this weather. It's beautiful out. It's like low 70s. I'm going to enjoy my ride home. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. All right? Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.